We did it. We found a shadow.
We got more shadow. More Grixis. More Dredge. More modern.
The epitome of modern right here.
Grixis Shadow versus Dredge.
So do you think Dredge in its current iteration is, like, bannable? Or do you think it's fine?
I think it's fine. I don't think it does anything too oppressive. It's very easily hateable.
Yeah, I just think people need to essentially, readjust the meta according to a new tier 1, 2, or 2 deck, essentially.
What do you mean?
I mean, it just takes some time. Like, just like humans, everyone was calling for humans to, get banned at some point, but it just takes time, I think.
Yeah.
Dredge down to 4, though.
That's pretty quick. Jeez.
I don't think he's seen any lands this entire time.
Maybe it's just Robert. Because this is also what his Spirit's opponent did.
Mulligan to Oblivion. I would like to know, like, if that's like an actual skill you can get.
Teddy, I want to let you know, we picked Shadow just for you. And everybody else had asked for Shadow.
Kyle picked Shadow just for you.
But it's a fine. I don't need a gift in Columbus. It's fine. It's fine. Do you like that creeping chill on top?
I'd rather draw it. We're going to bobble you. Is this creeping chill? Oh, it's Shriekhorn.
Yeah, Shriekhorn's pretty good.
I appreciate Robert, doing that so we could actually see, too.
Yeah.
Just pass. Not being aggressive here.
I mean, why not just flip it face up if your opponent's about to draw it anyway?
I don't know.
Can you do that? Can you reveal information to your opponent from your own library?
No, actually, I think you can get in trouble for that.
Really?
Yeah, because, your opponent's going to see a card that they're not supposed to know at that point, so it'd be looking at extra cards.
That's fair.
But it's supposed to be there. I don't know, that's pretty interesting, though. Like, do they get a penalty if their opponent does that to you?
You just flip it up and like, hey, look at this. Oh, gotcha.
Got
at extra cards.
Never thought about that,
The Shriekhorn.
It's something I kind of want to ask about now.
Yeah.
Any level 2 judges available to help us out? We're level 1s, but we don't really know the penalty process too well. Or could you give... Who would get a penalty for that? Can you give a penalty? DQ Andy.
That makes sense.
I don't think that's how it's going to happen, Matthew.
I mean, isn't that what's supposed to happen when Stubborn Denial force spikes your spell? You just ban the person?
You just ban the person. I want Force Spike to be legal so somebody can Stubborn Denial and somebody Force Spikes the Stubborn Denial and it gets them.
That seems great. I mean,
Perfect.
you can mana tithe it.
This is the most difficult decision Robert's ever had to make.
Is he laughing or thinking?
No, he's thinking, I think.
I think he's laughing.
I think he's...
I laugh, you thinking.
I don't know. No, he's thinking. He wants to know if he casts his Thoughtseize. That's what I think he's having a hard time with right now. Because he knows his opponent's on Dredge, obviously. And he doesn't want to essentially, put a Dredge in the graveyard by casting the Thoughtseize.
Yeah, that's fair.
So I do like the patience on Robert to not cast it, or the heads up to not give his opponent that. But I think you still cast it.
I don't think you do, because I mean, best case scenario, you're hitting a Cathartic, which would be very good. Yeah, so maybe you are. I'm not sure.
Best case scenario, you hit a Cathartic. You hit a. I'd say in this scenario, he'd be hitting a Life from the Loam. No, not Life from the Loam. The Stinkweed Imp, I think, because Andy didn't actually have another land in his graveyard or in his hand at that point.
Gotcha. So, or maybe Robert was just giving away the really good bluff, like just sitting there screaming like, I don't want to cast Thoughtseize, but then he just doesn't actually have a Thoughtseize. So he's just trying to make his opponent think he does. That'd be pretty great.
Would be an if you, I believe they are both 2 and 1. Let's say we can do that.
Yeah, we typically only end up doing that for the bigger events, for like PPTQs and IQs and whatnot. But
yeah. I'd say for the most part, we're going to show you 4 rounds, and we try to, you can assume that we're putting on the top tables. This is the 4th round, so as with most Magic tournaments, the top table split, so they just took the prize. and moved on with their lives. So this is like table 2 or 3. I can't remember. But
Yeah, one of those.
basically the next highest table that had to play. Nice. I like this. And there's no way for him to get anything else. So, you know, the double Narcomoeba, making it just so much harder for the prized amalgams to do anything. And he also can't cast. I say he's got Bloodghast, but he can't actually cast it.
Yeah.
And
I mean, I guess he could. He could fetch Shock, cast it.
I don't know if I like that. It's probably
fine.
fine.
That's something you could do.
Interesting. He's not even getting a black source. I mean, I guess he can just, you know, slow roll, keep casting life from the loam, essentially undo this.
I kind of feel like he's just going to cast a Stinkweed up here.
Why?
I don't know. It's just kind of feeling I got.
Okay. I mean, would you cast a Stinkweed up here?
Probably not.
Okay. So I guess he could float the mana, then cast life from the loam to get the gemstone mine. A list of who's playing.
Dismembering a Narcomoeba.
Aggressive. You'd like a list of who's playing. We might be able to do that. Say, we could at least get off a players list when the, you know, tournament starts. You see that Dissension foil Blood Crypt down there?
I did not. That's sexy.
Yeah, Andy's been playing a long time. He's got a lot of random cards, which are like real expensive. How'd Farrell do? I think Farrell ended up, if I had to guess, 2-1, but I haven't checked in with him. So lost, then got the bye, then lost, then left. Okay, so he was 1-2. He played a lot of real good Magic today, it sounds like.
Yeah. See, I told you he's going to cast a Stinkweed.
It was a turn later.
He still did it.
You're not wrong.
And now he's going to Calling Its Man, kill the Stinkweed.
I really like this spot from Andy, though. It's just kind of ironic that, you know, I just feel like Robert's missing on his creatures.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
he does have a
one
battle
of those
rage.
games where I kind of feel like Robert just kind of top deck a Death Shadow and just kill him out of nowhere.
Yeah, I agree.
He does have to top deck a Death Shadow.
I agree
Death
because
Shadow having to get so low. I mean, Dredge can always just punk them out with like Creeping Chill now.
Robert doesn't know that there's one Creeping Chill in the on the bottom of the deck. No, he shuffled since then. It could be anywhere. Dredge 5, chill, 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 dead, dead, dead.
I mean, that's still pretty good.
Yeah, found third Narcomoeba. Nice tapped amalgam to come back at a later point.
Another Bloodghast to get back. And Robert's under 10, so that Bloodghast can have haste.
All right, so my expert commentary here is for the Shadow player to draw threats.
Okay. How would you recommend him doing that?
By keeping hands with threats and not interaction.
Okay. Makes sense.
Yep.
Ooh, that is pretty. He has 2 of them.
Wow.
All right, well, hopefully he remembers his Bloodghast trigger.
I'm sure he yelled it, and Robert's like yelling back at him. Stubborn Denial, Thought Seize, Teamer Battle Rage, land.
I just want that Blood Crypt.
You're like, I don't care anymore. I just want Blood Crypt.
He missed his Bloodghast trigger.
He did. Sad day.
Twice.
2, 4, 5, 6, 7. If he would have had the...
Would have been putting him to 1.
Mm-hmm. Still didn't see the Bloodghast, or maybe he mentioned it now, but... And there's that. And the Mauled 4 is going to win. There's not a card in Robert's deck that can get him out of this.
Well, you can cast double Thoughtseize.
And I think he's going to do it. I'll take Life from Loam. I'll Thoughtseize. I'll take Dead. Counting the situations in which Shadow wants to have Electrolyze. I have 1. Yeah, I would say Shadow's not one of those decks that wants a bunch of 1-mana spells. Electrolyze a little too expensive.
Yeah. All right, so what do you think the sideboard's going to be here?
Collective Brutality.
I don't think so.
Why isn't it in every black deck sideboard
So
if they don't want it?
Robert's going to be bringing in the 3 Surgicals. Makes sense. And then the Snapcaster probably to go with the Surgicals.
Anger definitely going to come in.
Do you think Andy's going to bring in any of his graveyard hate to kind of negate the Garbage Anglers?
I really don't think that's a good idea
Yeah.
versus these decks. Like everyone always tells me, like bring in Relic, bring in X Graveyard Hate versus Snapcaster decks, and I every single time they do it, I just kind of look and go, okay, you did it.
Yeah.
His list is running Spellbomb. Yeah. I don't know if Andy's got any Graveyard Hate. I think Robert's gonna bring in Spellbomb, so that's fine. Is his list running Spellbomb? Is what I think you're trying to ask there. I believe he's running Surgicals.
Yeah, that's at least what Dalloway is doing. So that's what I imagine he's doing.
Yeah, that seems like something that Robert's done. Then Andy Falk on the Dredge plan. What in Dredge do you want to bring in? You kind of want Assassin's Trophy, right?
I mean, potentially. I think that kind of dilutes your game plan, but I still think it's relevant enough.
I just don't know when you don't want it, so that's why it's one of those cards where I'd always end up bringing it in, even though I don't know when I don't want it, because it's always got something.
That's fair. It's definitely kind of a catch-all. If Robert does randomly have like a Leyline of the Void, which these decks sometimes have, you could get that. Worst case, you can blow up a Shadow.
Yeah, I mean Shadow or Gurmag. He probably doesn't want to rely too much on removal, though. Yeah, I kind of like the idea of keeping the game plan straightforward. So, I mean, is this a good matchup for Shadow? Do you think it's like favored one way or another? Like,
I think that this is favored in Dredge's favor, just because of Creeping Chill. It, like I said, just kind of can punk you out because you have to get your life total low to be able to win the game. Anger of the Gods is definitely pretty good. Thought it was on Radiant Flames, but that anger is pretty helpful.
I mean, that's what Brandon's on, so I would imagine that's what he's on. These are German Inquisitions, right?
Yep.
It's very close to the Spanish Inquisition. So Andy did bring in Spellbomb versus the deck.
All right. Well, I guess Robert's going to take a prize, Malcolm.
Oh, that's what I heard. It's what they agree. Oh, okay. Dumb. Yeah. I appreciate Andy playing up here, making it easy for us. Down 18. Just going to go ahead and throw that out there. We don't need no turn 2.
Surgical.
Now he kind of wishes he discarded that prized amalgam, I bet.
Yeah. Nah, I still find a catch out later with an anger.
Yeah. Does he also have anger in his hand? Yep.
Okay, so is there any point where you get priority if he has a Dredger in his hand, he discards it to the Cathartic Reunion, and then he just gets to dredge it before you have any chance to surgical it, right? It's all part of the spell resolving.
No, it's additional cost to cast.
Oh, it is, yeah.
So he could surgical here.
Priority to do that. Okay.
I think he's going to stubborn denial. You ever 3-for-1 your opponent?
I've heard that's pretty good. And then do you surgical or no?
I don't think there's anything to surgical. If there was a dredger, I would surgical a dredger. You
the
typically
want to
want
really go for is like the prize amalgam, but I guess you're not really worried about that.
It's not coming back into play. Like, I remember the one time that I've had surgicals actually be like good for me is when I surgical Narcomoebas, and then Conflagrates. Those are like the only two cards that really like end up destroying you or make the dredge deck work.
I mean, Bloodghast is also pretty relevant.
Yeah, Bloodghast is another one of them. Like ideally you want to get rid of leave the Conflagrates, but keep your life total high enough and get rid of the creatures. So that way Prize Amalgam is just bad. Thoughtscour? Thoughtscour. He's going to keep them both. Thoughtscour land. He probably plans to just fetching them away.
Then why wouldn't you fetch before?
Because it's not going to matter.
Well, I mean, if you fetch before you scry, then you actually get to keep your scry.
I agree.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of saying, Lieutenant, is I think that I would be surgicaling the amalgam, but, I mean, you can at least wait until he's actually going to be bringing it back, so that way he has potential of having another one in his hand.
Also, what Andy could do is use the spell bomb to target himself to remove the amalgam as a target. Yeah. So it's not like you actually get them.
That's fair. flashing back Faithless Looting.
Mm-hmm.
If Robert knew that was what he was going to do, he could always just surgical in response to the fetch.
Yeah, but it'd be pretty awkward to do that, then your opponent do something else. Jen returned. It was something I've played Serum Visions and Jeskai a lot, and I will take it back that I missed that. Like, I was wrong in saying what I did, is what I'll come down to. Like, it does matter. You should most likely fetch before Serum Visions, but I was just imagining from Robert's point of view that I don't think he really cared.
Yeah. Yeah, I should always just try to practice correct play.
Yep. It is something to consider and definitely something to go back.
I mean, it's also possible he drew it off the Serum Visions. I didn't actually see what he drew off the Serum Visions.
He had the fetch land already, if I remember correctly. He's going to target you, and he's going to attempt to dredge with Stinkweed. There is a trigger here, so Robert does get a chance to respond to the draw card trigger from Nihil Spellbomb, since it says when. They're going to call a judge over because I don't think Andy quite realized that there was a draw. Anything that says when, whenever, or at creates a trigger.
Yep.
Yep. So, I mean, he also gets to, respond to the tap and target part of Spellbomb too. There's plenty of things to respond to here. So if it's his plan here to surgical in response to any of those things, and Andy's just packing them up.
Yeah,
there's nothing he can do. He was hoping that Dredge hit some creeping chills to basically steal the game.
To game 3 we go.
Yep. And I think that's how Shadow just kind of has to, win the match. The Dredge deck has to draw a little poorly.
Stumble a little bit. Yeah, surgical was pretty good, though. And Robert actually found a clock that time.
Yep. He found a card to kill his opponent with.
Mm-hmm.
He took my advice. I'm very proud of him. Oh, jeez. Jeez. It's cold back here. Why no heat in January or December? It's not
Christmas. That's pretty chilly. We should get a space heater back here. That'd be cool.
Yep. Nah, it might make noise. Hopefully it doesn't make more noise than the power box next to us.
Yeah, I don't think it would.
All right, game 3. Do you think anything changes? Looks like Andy's going to make some changes.
Robert plays the 59 card deck.
No, it's back to 60. We're good. Well, shuffle song, do 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 do.
Shuffle song,
do 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 do.
Shuffle song.
Oh, sideboarding. I can't sing the shuffle song.
You can sing the sideboard song.
Sideboard song, do 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 do. Oh, jeez. Jeez Louise. All right. Downfalls of paper magic, right?
See, this is why I keep saying we should play Shuffle-less Modern.
Shuffle-less Modern. I still disagree with that. If it says may, you just have to say no. How about that? Hey, we're back to the board. They didn't shuffle that long.
All right. Can Andy keep something more than 4?
Well, there's a Stubborn Denial. That'll probably be pretty good. There's a Shadow. There's another Shadow. And a third Shadow. Do you keep this hand from the Shadow?
I think so.
All right. And it's another Stubborn Denial. It should be able to tempo him out as long as he doesn't just die in the first 3 turns.
If you're Andy, do you cast the Cathartic Reunion into it? Yeah, probably, because you don't really care if it resolves or not.
You gotta put the Dredge in the graveyard regardless.
Yeah.
Keeping the life total high though. That's smart.
Judge just left. Time for a judge call.
Would be natural. natural timing for Judge has to use the bathroom. Call Judge. Do I get to discard? Oh god, that's such a good discard. Even it's not. It doesn't even feel that like bad. 4th Death Shadow. Go to 16. Hopefully we can like find a fetch land and start casting these.
Why is he just shocking these in without anything to cast? Why would you want to just lose that life?
Oh, to make it simple, so he can put his 4 Death Shadows into play.
Is Creeping Chill a May? Because he might not actually want a Creeping Chill here.
It's not, and I don't think Andy's got that on his like radar. It's only the 2nd turn, so it might not even be something that Andy's considered as a possibility.
Yeah,
From
that's fair.
Robert. Hopefully, Robert's able to draw like one more shock land next turn. A fetch land. A fetch land would be the best, right?
Mm-hmm.
Put him down to 10. Put 2 shadows in play with Stubborn Denial backup. It'd still just be 4 spike.
Well, he's probably going to be using that Stubborn Denial right now for this flashback Faithless Looting fight, I guess. Unless Andy's just going to hard cast his Stinkweed Imp. But I'd imagine he's going to be flashing back the looting.
I kind of like the hard cast Stinkweed Imp line, though.
Yep, there we go.
It's a very good blocker. All right, well,
He drew a fetch land.
Drew a fetch land. He's going to have to go down to 10.
He's going to have 2 shadows. And he's going to untap a Maelstrom Pulse him.
I don't think that's in the Dredge deck.
Shucks.
2 shadows. And he looks at his hand. Well, this is awkward. The Amalgam still trades with Shadow this turn. Kinda. It depends if Robert chooses to block Bloodghast. Alright, so with the Conflagrates in Graveyard, he can put 5 cards in his hand. And can he really risk putting Robert down to 5 and then...
So you cast Life, plays a land.
I guess he would have to attack first and see what happens for this line to work. Because if he attacks and he just blocks Amalgam and keeps Bloodghast in play, and then Robert goes down to 8, and then he gets to Conflagrate him down to 5. The next turn untap, Conflagrate him down to...
Well, I was just going to cast 2 more shadows here.
I mean, that's what I'm doing. Shadow, shadow.
I don't see how it can go poorly for you.
I don't see where it would go poorly for you.
And he's gonna.
Do you attack at all? I mean, he's got Snapcaster, so maybe it's just shadow one shadow.
Just to hold up Conflag or hold up
Stubborn for Conflagrate.
Conflag, yeah, that makes sense.
Nope, 2 more shadows. He's not worried about dying.
And he's just like, okay, time for me to dredge 3 Creeping Chills.
2 more.
All right, this has got to be a good dredge.
Nope. Nope. That's fine. Nope and no.
That was a pretty bad dredge.
That's a lot of Death Shadow.
Yeah, I mean, now he just casts this other Stinkweed up, right? And he could just block a bunch of Death Shadows and hope he doesn't have a Battle Rage.
Yeah, I mean, they're only 3/3s, to be fair. They're not, like, impressive Death Shadows.
Mm-hmm.
But at this point, it's too much of a liability for Andy to attack.
Yeah, for every 1 point of damage, he's making the clock grow by 4.
Yeah. I think Andy's got to, like, cast a Life from the Loam here.
You think he needs to cast a Life from the Loam just to start building up for Conflagrate?
Yeah. I'll say he's going to have to, like, do an all-in Conflag turn or something like that. And Andy agrees with me. It's definitely interesting to watch Shadow play when, you know, it draws numerous threats like this.
Yeah, for sure.
The suspense is killing me. You play it. You probably... I like the fetch here. Gonna get a green source. He's gonna have to take 3 to do it, right? No, he's not doing that. Is he gonna Conflagrate? I'm so scared.
Maybe he's just trying to kill a Death Shadow?
I mean, he kills 1, right? I don't think that's how he's winning, though.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, here's this. Flashback, Conflagrate, discard 3, kill 1. Robert's like, yeah, sure, man. Deal. That's a fetch land. That is not good news for Andy. Needed Robert
I mean,
to
it's
keep.
not terrible news. It means it's not a battle rage.
I mean, I agree, but.
Creeping chill. Nope. Creeping chill. Nope. Creeping chill. Yes.
Oh, one creeping chill. Looking at it, is this a May? He's kind of scared to cast it. I mean, that does make him.
I mean, that creeping chill would have put Robert to 7, and if he had saved that conflagrate, he'd be able to do it for 5 here. Put Robert down to 2, and then these flyers would kill him.
Yeah. I mean, that was the plan that I was devising. You know, just sneak out under the. I mean, the conflag is not going to resolve though. Is the problem?
Yeah, that's true.
So if he went all in on that plan, he'd have a problem. I think Narcomoeba gets in. Chill is May. I don't think you go against it. I like it.
Down to 6.
Robert's down to 6. He can kill himself now. Can confirm. Can kill himself. When 4 Death Shadows is not enough.
I mean, he just didn't have disruption. He had the all clock, no disruption.
He had plenty of disruption. He cast 2 Stubborn Denials.
Yeah, it's
And he's got a 3rd one.
not enough disruption, I guess.
He's going to die to Narcomoeba beats.
I mean, he's not necessarily dead. He still has another turn.
I agree. I mean, he's got more than another turn, right? Well, no, he can just flash back. He's got 1 turn. No, because he's got the Snapcaster for Conflagrate, so.
Yeah, so he's going to counter the conflagrate. Andy could make it a two-turn clock by attacking with his flyers, but then he would just leave himself dead, so he can't do that. So yeah, it is going to be a little bit more than 2-turn clock, unless Andy flips over a creep.
I like playing the Gemstone Cavern and putting the Narcomoeba that he drew into play.
I mean, he's just planning on flashing back conflagrate.
I mean, I recognize that, but
He doesn't realize there's
another
another
stubborn. Yeah. Well, we're going for it. If you got it, I'm probably dead. I like that he's doing it before combat, though. So, you know, that way he doesn't just kills himself.
So he knows what he's doing it for.
Yeah.
He's trying to decide if he wants to do 3 or 4.
Doing it for 4. I'll target you. Snapcaster. Target Stubborn Denial. My 7/7s say that can't happen. Let's look in here. Any more? 1 more Conflagrate. Not looking good for Robert. Probably just dead next turn still. Unless he draws a Stubborn Denial.
Alright, well, we need to see another Creeping Chill, or 2. Just
There,
1 would be enough.
There's 1 more Stinkweed Imp, so dredge the Stinkweed, right? No, he's got to dredge Life from the Loam. 1, 2, 3. Is that enough to go around? So you can do this, play a land. You get... No, you can block all the ground guys and just take 3 in the air.
He's going to get got by this 4th Stubborn Denial.
Yeah, the 4th Stubborn Denial. That's what really gets you. The 4th one. He didn't attack with Narcomoeba last turn, which I think is a misstep. Because I'm pretty sure the Narcomoeba is going to go all the way.
So it's definitely a very fine line to traverse for both players.
Yeah, I would say 3 Death Shadows is scary. Like, we can both agree that Andy's just dead to any Battle Rage, right?
Yep.
Well, actually, probably not. Robert can deal himself 3 points of damage, 4 points of damage.
He could put himself to 2.
So 2. Assuming this Narcomoeba, assuming this Narcomoeba gets in here. Like, I don't know. You want to get him with the Narcomoeba just so the fetch lands get worse too. There, get him. Get him. Yeah, the good old 4 Shadow, 4 Stub. And he's still not. And he's still not like even guaranteed to win this game.
Yeah. What's Robert considering here? Just what he needs to draw.
He's trying to figure out his outs, man. Robert's got plenty of outs, unless he took out Battle Rage.
Maybe Andy's thinking about something.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe there's a judge call.
No, I think it's Meadows. I would say, I mean, Robert's just kind of like...
Maybe he's wondering if he should fetch for thinning.
Yeah. I don't think he wants to put himself at 3. That just leaves him dead to exactly 1 creeping chill. But he's already dead to 1 creeping chill.
Mm-hmm.
So, probably doesn't matter. So, 8 creeping chill here kills him. Killed him a while ago. But
well, I mean, now you just want to get Stinkweed imp back, right? Since you don't have any weapon fly rates.
yeah, I think we're just dredging 5 here for maximum value.
Try to hit that creeping chill.
Yeah. No, he's just going for 3. 1, 2, and 3. Golgari Thug. That's a pretty foil, too.
Yeah.
All right. Still not sure why Andy did that. I mean, Life Emblem is clearly the best Dredge card ever printed, but... Alright, I got some cards in my hand again. They don't do anything, but they're cards. Aggro Amoebas. Oh, I think he was wanting to put the Blood Gas into play.
I don't know what that does, though.
Is there more than 1, or is it just 1? 1, there's 2. Is there a 3rd? No? Okay. I mean, they have haste, so if you turn them all sideways, that's 3 in the air, 3 Death Shadows, and yeah, it doesn't do anything. Robert, last possible turn. What we get? One more turn. One more. One more, dealer. We're gonna dredge 5. Creeping Chill, you're dead.
There it is.
Dead.
I was like, don't even show me
Dead.
anymore. Is that a Lazav?
Dead.
No, it's the Prize Malcolm, probably.
I mean, it could be a Lazav.
That would be
sounds
cool.
like something Andy would do. Andy likes spicy stuff.
All right, well, that was pretty close.
Yeah.
I was definitely surprised that Andy was able to come back and win after the 4 Death Shadow, 4 Creeping Chill. But that was definitely a close game. Robert was just not able to close it out.
Yeah,
And
like
Creeping Chill.
Teamer
Creeping Chill
Battle
got
Rage is the real card.
Yeah.
Teamer Battle Rage.
Yeah, I mean, that's
One
kind of
top
why I
notch.
like the 4-color version, because they have Traverse for essentially more Battle Rages in Gore Clan. Like, all of their threats essentially double as a Battle Rage.
I'm not sure Gore Clan was a Battle Rage there. I mean, it does give Trample, so I mean, I guess it's essentially what you're going for there.
Yeah, Eucalyptus, get some sleep.
Jeez. Yeah, take a nap or something. He isn't playing Teamer. Oh, it sure was Robert. Robert has been forced to play a real deck by his...
By Zach Canner and
yeah, his
Becky-
Columbus teammates.
Becky Adelman. They won an action play
Edelman.
deck. It's Edelman, not Adelman?
Edelman.
Okay, I always want to say Adelman. Edelman.
At least that's the last time I heard it pronounced.
See you guys. Have a good one.
Well, good night, guys. I say that is the last round for us. We do want to thank the last 100 of you that stuck in here with us. We got above 69, which is nice. We also stuck at 69 for a while, which is even more nice.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, we got a pretty good crowd tonight.
So we do want to, thank you all for coming out. We are going to do a giveaway this Friday, so if you want to tune back in for Friday, it is going to be we're gonna open up and chip out 1 pack of Ultimate Masters. By the way, 69.
See you, Dojo.
Dojo. Huh.
But yeah, we're going to be giving away a pack of Ultimate Masters. 25 points per ticket, just like always. As many tickets as you want. But yeah, not a problem, guys. We appreciate you guys hanging out with us. I appreciate you not saying bye to me, Teddy. I actually really do appreciate it. That does actually crack me up.